Boom! Yeah. Now that I got your attention, yeah. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Come on. Hey, baby Dub, Mary Mary. Hey, we're back again. Hey.
Hi, it's Wednesday, July 25th. Today is Hair Day. Welcome to Let's Talk. It's me, Tammy. And as promised, today we're going to be talking about the way to healthy hair, and then we're going to talk about some myths of being natural. So I've done some research. I'm always on the internet looking up information about healthy hair so that I can bring it to you, and so we can all do this natural thing and maintain our hair at the same time. So let's get started. Now, the information I came across was the best advice I got off of curlymickey.com. So I'll give you the information to that site so that you can look up some stuff. There's some really cool stuff on there also. So I'll link it below after the video and at the end of the video also. So the key thing to healthy hair, and this is hair tip, acceptance. Acceptance and clarity. So you're going to have to accept your hair for what it is. Your hair may not be as curly as the next person's hair. Your hair may be more kinky. But you're never going to have the same curl pattern that someone else has. So no matter what type of product you use, it's not going to make you have someone else's curl pattern. So you're going to have to accept your hair texture for what it is, learn to love it, and learn to work with it. So that's first, accepting your hair, not trying to look like someone else. Number two, understanding. Observe your hair under different circumstances, different climates. Learn to understand what your hair does, what it does not do, how it reacts to certain products, how it doesn't react to certain products. That way you get to learn your hair and you learn what works instead of wasting your time trying different things that does not work. Oh my God. Sorry, my mom is calling me, and normally I put this on silent. So we're going to put it on silent right now. No editing today. Okay. Now, next up is we were talking about understanding your hair, what it does not do, understanding how your hair reacts in different weather, whether it's heat, humidity, cold, different seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter. You just need to know what your hair does. And you need to build on that. And building on that means that you know what type of products to use. You know what to use when the weather changes. You know what to do when your hair, gets wet, how to keep it moist, and all of that good stuff. So acceptance and clarity is number one, and understanding is number two. Number three, look, listen, and learn. It's a given that other naturals know more than you do. Because some people have been natural for a longer time than you. Especially if you've just done your big chop and you're into phase one of or you're transitioning. So from transitioning to big chop to 1 year to 2 years, there's always someone who's been natural a lot longer than you. Especially if their hair is thick, long, and beautiful, right? Be teachable. Be able to, get advice. Take that advice. You can see if it works for you. It may not work for you. So, be able to just look, listen, and learn. Research. YouTube, different websites. There's a lot of information out there about natural hair. Do your homework. If you remember the video I did a couple of weeks ago on the 4 common questions of natural, all of them said research. Majority of the women said to research. Research is key. So, and they're right, because there are a lot of natural products out there. Some of them work, some of them do not. Trust me on that. Next is protection. At night protects the hairline with a silk head wrap. Guard against friction with the silk pillowcase. Anchor the hair in a loose puff or large twist so it doesn't shift or rub against itself. During the day, protection needs the right product applied to each strand and soft aloe vera based gel or hold. No touching. So don't constantly through the day you're constantly checking your hair and you're constantly twisting it or manipulating it because you're messing with your curl pattern when you're doing that. And you don't want to constantly, and you're actually, I mean, by constantly pulling on it and constantly twisting it, you're tangling your hair for one, and you're stretching out your curl pattern not in a natural way. At night, you know how, let me see, I don't know how to explain this any better than saying like a child, a baby. When babies are young and they sleep on certain sides for too long, and they move around a lot because babies squirm in their sleep, it rubs their little hair out. So that's why sometimes you see babies that are missing hair. Well, it's the same thing for adults. If you constantly sleep, in one position and move a lot in your sleep because you don't know what you're doing, and you're on like a regular cotton pillowcase, it can, you can lose hair that way. So that's why they say use a satin scarf because it's smooth and there's no friction on it. Let's see. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on number 5. Know your hair's width and porosity. More important than knowing if your curl type is 3C, 4A, or 4B is knowing whether your strands are fine, medium, or coarse, and how porous they are. Porous refers to how open or smooth the surface of your hair is. So I'm still researching porous. I'm not quite clear on it. I will define it for you guys and put it at the end of this video. But basically, it's just saying knowing your hair width, the length, the width, the texture, the density, whether it's thin, whether it's thick, because you know what will work for you. My hair is not thick. It's thick in some spots, basically kind of toward the back, but for the most part, my hair is thin. So I have to know that I'm not going to have a big puff or a big bush. I have to accept that. So you need to know this stuff about your hair. Next is layers of moisture. That means water. Moisturizing shampoo, like shampoo bars or cleansing creams or gentle soap, they are all equal. A liberal dosage of conditioner with great slip, moisture, and little of the right protein for your hair. So you need to make sure that what you're using for your hair is healthy and that it can provide moisture. Because if you're using something that's going to dry out your hair, you're defeating the purpose because our hair is already dry. It's natural. Our hair is already dry, so we don't need help in that department. We need help in the moisture department in maintaining. And the reason why it's so hard for natural hair to stay moist is because, and I read this and I thought, oh my God, that makes sense. Because we have curly hair and some of us have coils and some of us have wavy. It's hard for the moisture to travel through all of that. So it gets stuck, and it may get stuck at the bottom and dry out. And that's why we have to continue to keep it moist so we can get that moisture from root to tip, not just in the root, but we need it from root to tip. So make sure you're using conditioner and shampoo that is providing that. Get you a good shampoo with slip in it so when you detangle, you're not pulling out your hair. And what we mean by slip is you can run your fingers through it. You can use a detangler. It's not tangling your hair. And some shampoos do tangle your hair. So look for something with some slip. And I've also been told that if you have a shampoo that doesn't have slip, right before you get ready to shampoo your hair, and I've tried this, it works. Take some extra virgin your olive oil and put it in your hair. Work it through your hair. Then put your shampoo on and it'll provide some slip for you. Gentle detangling. Do not be rough with your detangling. Do not get a red tail comb and detangle your hair. Always use wide tooth, a Denman brush, a wide tooth brush, not a red tail comb. Nothing closed teeth. And it's best to detangle your hair when your hair is wet, when it has conditioner on it, or when it has shampoo, not dry, because you're pulling out your hair. You're losing more hair than you normally would. Regular trims. Make sure you get trimmed regularly, at least 3 times a year. So every 3 months, you should be, well, not every 3 months, but you know how to work that out. You should be getting your hair trimmed so that your hair can grow. Because when you get split ends and damaged ends, it can stop your hair from growing. Because your hair is not healthy. So it's not going to grow. You're not going to get that length. You're not going to get that thickness that you want because your hair is damaged because you're not trimming. The hair knows. It's just a living, functioning thing on your head, and it knows. Low manipulation. After you style your hair, leave it up. You know, sometimes leave it up. Don't constantly change your hair. If you look at people, you look at natural hair videos, a lot of these naturals, you know, they keep their hair a certain way and they try to get at least 2 to 3 days wear out of it or at least a week wear out of it if they can. But it's not constant manipulation every single day. Now, I know when your hair is short like mine, you have to constantly, you know, you do your wash and goes. And I do my wash and goes and I put my hair up. But if it's a day when I know that I'm not going anywhere, then I absolutely leave my hair alone and let it, you know, breathe a little bit. But constantly pulling it up, pulling it back, doing it this way, doing it that way every day, it can wear on your hair. It can cause your hair to break. It's too much. Your hair can get stressed. I hope that this is helpful, and I hope that you guys have a great day. I have to go. I need to go to work, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.